thought I would be so in vain. And the world can't revolve around your pretty face. Oh, but it should. It should. Yes, it should. They say the truth hurts, but you can't just give up hope. And I say I'm here for you if you ever need to let go. I've never won't let you falter on your own. And the world can't revolve around your pretty face. Oh, but it should. It should. Yes, it should. You're in this fight alone. You think your heart is made of stone. You don't have to be a lone soldier. Won't let you falter on your own. And the world can't revolve around your pretty face. Oh, but it should. Yes, it
Oh, that wasn't meant to happen.
They say the truth hurts, but you can't just give up hope.
Hello, Chris.
They say I'm here for
I was intending on changing some stuff in the settings, but okay, let's get going. Massey's off in the wrong direction again. Stop doing this. Please stop doing this. No, that's still wrong. Yes, that's the direction you're supposed to play. There we go. We can do 8K today. I think we can. Now that the Massey's off, I actually have a little bit of work for the 240 to do because I have taken a recommendation from Blage and done a straight swap of the slurry tanker we're using. Or we will be using, we're not using it yet. So let me grab our new slurry tanker, which is located just over here. I've reset it. Hello, polar bear. There it is. Little barrel of slurry, or 4 slurry. The Ukraina, which can hold 3,000 litres. The one that I had, the Marshall, could hold 8,000. I don't mind doing a straight swap if it means the struggle bus becomes more strugglier. So let's get this parked up in there like that-o. Would be funny if I lost 993 subs. Probably it would. Hey VF. I could see that happening as well, Adam, I'll be honest. I could see myself losing like 400-500 subs, like 8,000, 7,500. Oh. So close, yet so far. Let's get the cedar on the go and get... Oi! Logitech! You absolute git, I told you to set the centering spray. There we go. It is adorable, Blash. I got a comment on, I think it was the last archive of this that I put up. saying in real life you wouldn't use a plow that small. Well, it's good that this isn't real life and it's farm sim, and the whole point of the challenge isn't to be realistic, and it's to make the game as ridiculous as possible, and I don't see why people are trying to apply realism to a game as heavily as people do with farm sim. Like, Giants are pretty open about the fact that it's an arcade game. Happy birthday, by the way, Matthew. Everybody send Matthew some love in chat. He is 1 year older today. Dave is in the money. Dave is most certainly not in the money. How much seeds do we have left in this thing? 206. We won't get this field finished, but we'll get pretty damn close. You have the same slurry sprayer as that one. It's... Do you actually use that thing? Like, in real life? I talk about realism and trying to apply it to the game, and then I say, oh, do you use that in real life? Slight differences in real, the challenge is using the most ridiculously pointless stuff. Hey, Lone Wolf. I see you liked my little hot take in the Discord earlier. Your words have angered the frog. Single furrow plows. It's a 3-furrow plow. It's just tiny. That's become my new favorite meme because it can apply to so much. Hey, Benji. Why is this bit of my wheel like really, really abrasive all of a sudden? It's actually not comfortable. Don't need much for 15 cows and calves. That's true. We'll have to do a sheep check later on, see how we're doing. Minus 636. Well, I'm not allowed to sell anything until winter, Lone Wolf, so I mean that money is just going to keep going down and down and down and down and down. I hope I've got enough fertilizer to do all the fields. Because if I don't, then I am in serious trouble. Luckily, thanks to you, I don't need to worry about the grass fields too much. They're already sorted, thanks to the roller. I mean that's the one upside. Oh, Paul St. Clair. By the way, guys, this is actually multiplayer. I'm playing with John Course and Fred Play today. On a private server where I've managed to mod the game so that their names don't show up. You must send in the update. Yes, you must. Get going, you slacker. You've been taking too many nice pictures. To be fair, Chris, it's my joke. I made it in your stream. Just because you wanted to steal it doesn't mean I can't use it anymore. How are we now, by the way, Chris? That was fun. Yeah, it was so funny you had to Giazzo it. Chris, in the middle of his stream last night, just opened up Giazzo because I made a joke that was just that funny, apparently. Hello, Pence Farms. I love it when Chris just decides to do random stuff in the middle of a stream. Because, like, I don't know if you knew this, Chris, but we can all see your Google Chrome. We could all see you just giazzoed it and it opened up Chrome on you. Peanut, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. I think Glengar's broken. All he's doing is laughing now. Are you all right, Glengar? AK special planned. Yes, it'll be multiplayer with John Course and Fred Play. Unfortunately, they're deaf mutes, so you know they've got a mod in called Course Play for them. So that they understand what on earth I'm trying to say. In other words, no, I've got no special plan, nor do I intend on planning one. Because I don't see the point in it until 10k, I'll be very honest. Because I see like 8k as just a stepping stone. Realistic, you think many farmers in Europe don't use too big equipment, only use 3-meter seeders. They're very common in Ireland, Flash. In fact, the one in the Classics pack I have seen in real life. So yeah, 3-meter equipment is kind of the standard around here. A lot of planning goes into not planning, yes. Such as me deciding at 10:02 that I should probably get a thumbnail for the stream. Which is why it was slightly delayed. And me realizing just now that I forgot to pour myself a glass of water before I started streaming, so I'm going to do that in a moment. Luckily, we've got nothing really urgent to do, so it's not the end of the world. 135 still plodding along with the plough. Oh, I wonder if it's got enough done that I could send the 240 out. Or, yeah, the 240 out with the plough. Hello, Martin's Photographs. Do I have enough of that field done that I can send out the cultivator? Comically, I'll have to 3-meter seeder power needs a lot of power on slopes, and physically doesn't look that small. I mean, yeah, 3-meter seeder with a power harrow in the front is quite large. The thing is that most seeders here don't have power harrows because the ground is just doesn't need it. The power harrow beforehand. It doesn't show up for sector 2 good because there's no 3-person view of the person who you're walking. You got to compare them to the tractors, and I'll be honest, like the only thing you can get a good scale with is the in-game tractors, because mod tractors are all built to 73,000 different scales depending on who makes them, and it's really annoying when you're putting mods together that you want to look good and there's 6 different scales at play. Even though it's a relatively easy way to scale in Blender that people just ignore. And probably Maya too, I don't know about Maya. There's Mikhail Fusion on a mod website by Sam N, and how come no YouTubers use it? Johnny boy! Johnny boy, Johnny boy, Johnny boy. There is no Mikhail Fusion by Sam N for FS17. There is a Mikhail Fusion by Sam N for FS15 that people did half-ass converts of, and while they credited him, that doesn't mean they can release it publicly, which is what they did. So all they've done is just stolen his mod, which is why nobody uses it, because we all know what's going on there. Farming Bros, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. Don't know how people get so far out. It's called not using the scales. Ever. Like, if you're a small bit out, that's fine. Even if you're using the scales, you can be a small bit out. And nobody will care, really. But as far out as some mods are with scale, it's like, how did you get it so badly wrong? Tractor stuck again. This thing doesn't like changing direction and turning at the same time. So with a 2-meter cube, so now, yeah. And what's more, like, you can make the entire model to a ridiculous scale and just scale it down afterwards. Like, there's so much you can do to try and fix that. It's kind of silly even trying it. Hey Tommy, how you doing? I don't understand. Thinking of new on 120s for bagging, seeing and farm sim use almost exclusively VR tractors. The TM120 here is basically used as a utility tractor. Thank you very much, Ibrahim. I'm doing good, Tommy. Thank you very much for asking. Seems other people aren't. Never doubt the limits of human stupidity, Sid. Hey, CD. How many fields am I planting with corn? Just this one. It's gonna be, I'm gonna guess, primarily for sale. I'm gonna keep a bit for pig food, but most of it's probably gonna end up getting sold off. On T5, 120 Ecotech. What tractors do I have on this map? I have the IHC 844, which I'm using right now. I've got the Massey Ferguson 135, which is over in field 10 doing a plough. And I have the Massey Ferguson 240, which is waiting for the Massey Ferguson 135 to get far enough ahead that it can start cultivating. Hello, Farming Pros. I was reading 2 messages at once there. I also have a load-all, which I've basically got just holding up a seed bag right now. Totally good use for a load-all. But that is going to be used for animal feed and get kind of utility work around the yards that needs a loader. So any loader work is going to be the load-all, even though its top speed is quite low. Actually, the top speed of everything I've got right now is quite low. Now that's a challenge. Yeah. It's kind of the point, is I've chosen equipment and tractors and everything that's just difficult to use. You know, it's difficult to find uses for these things, which was the first challenge for me. Was I kind of had the idea to use small tractors, but then, hey, I've got no equipment that these things can actually run, so I had to go around and find the wobble seeder and the Hassia that I'm using for grains, which oddly enough is the only like really small grain seeder I've seen. And the only small potato seeder planter I've seen, which is up in the yard over there, literally the only small potato harvester I've seen. There's so much that there's literally only like maybe 2 mods out there that you can use, and I don't know how legit those mods are. You know, I'm using less than stellar. I'm using mod sites with less than stellar reputations just because they're the only sites that had the equipment that I needed. What's the difference between the Insanity Challenge and the Sandy Bay Challenge? The Sandy Bay Challenge is much easier. If you put ! Insanity into chat, you'll see the rules here for this challenge. And just ! Challenge even will get you the Sandy Bay rules. And you can compare them. There's a lot more for this challenge that are... Number one, there's just more rules that I need to remember. And number two, the rules are a lot more strict. I've ruled out a lot of stuff. When I get to bailing, where am I going to store them at? A shed, Travis. I am probably going to use some of the kind of satellite individual sheds that are dotted around this yard. But even the bales have to be kind of stored at the main yard. So when it comes to feeding the cows and whatnot, I basically have 2 choices. I can either mix up rations at the yard, dump it on the ground, and load up a trailer. Since the bales disappear, I gotta store the bales inside. That's part of the rules. Can I lease equipment? Nope. Not until the 300k has been paid off. I'm not allowed to spend anything on equipment. I'm allowed to spend on seeds and fertilizer, but not equipment. And I'm kind of half and half whether I should be allowed to spend on animals. And the only reason that I'm allowing myself to spend on seeds and fertilizer and hired workers is basically so that things can happen. Can't get contractors in. I'm negative. I know. I'm well aware. What baler do I have? I have the round baler from Black Sheep Modding's Massey Pack. I was gonna go for a small square baler, but I realized that would be a bit too much. That would just kill the challenge, honestly. Using the Massey Pack's round baler, I can at least get decent sized bales out and not have 15,000 of them on the map. Or, well, 50 small bales and then a bajillion to sell off. Because I'm not allowed to chop straw either. Keep that in mind. The wheat and barley fields will be made into bales. I am only allowed to chop straw on crops that don't produce straw. So I've got this really weird thing on my arm that's being annoying. Just like a little knot in the back of my elbow. But I don't have any square balers at the moment, and I won't have any square balers for quite a while. Hello FS Legend, how are you doing today? You don't speak English very well. Well, you speak English better than I speak Turkish, Ibrahim. Hey, Cornish. It's going good. We're just into negatives now. We've got one field completely seeded. We've got field 10 coming up on about a third of the way plowed. Field 15 here is coming up to I want to say halfway done. Maybe a bit more. Seeder's empty. Oh, it's more than halfway done. Fantastic. So for those of you just joining, I do have a plan, a specific plan for Field 10, and it's a bit of a different one. And that plan is, I'm going to split the field. There's a natural split in the field where the footpath goes through. I'm going to use that as a distinguishing line. To the north of the line, I'm going to be seeding potatoes in the much smaller part of the field. To the south of the line, which is the much larger part of the field, I'm going to be seeding probably wheat. I just want to actually double check what crops I have seeded where right now. So in field 14 I have barley, field 15 is corn, field 10 you can see the progress of the 135. It's derping up a bit around the path, so I might have to do some cleanup work. You can see that most of the fields have been ploughed up. Again, a bit of work might be needed around the path on field 10. The grass fields I'm not ploughing until autumn. Hey Archie. It's quite relaxing watching a hired worker plough. It really is. It's quite relaxing watching a hired worker do anything, because you don't have to do any of the work. It's work that you'd otherwise be doing and being bored by. So there's the 240. There's the little slurry spread that we brought in today. As a slight alteration or modification to the rules that I'm going to use, I am allowed to straight swap equipment, but only if the equipment I'm swapping it out for is smaller. Until the 300k mark. So if I do equipment swaps, it will be to make things more difficult. You need to learn how to use courseplay. Courseplay is pretty easy to learn. I don't know if he did it for FS17, but Ian Robson has some fantastic courseplay tutorials up on his channel. I think Flatlander did some tutorials as well, the Sim Station. Forgot to fill everything today apparently, because this is empty. You learned it off by heart since FS13. Yeah, I mean, once you learn courseplay, it's very hard to forget courseplay. If you are enjoying the stream, guys, hit that like button. We're aiming for about 50 likes today. And don't forget to subscribe. We're only 4 away from the magical, wonderful 8,000 barrier, which I firmly believe we can hit today. What's the Insanity Challenge? Exclamation mark Insanity. It's the Sandy Bay Challenge, which you might know. Which I find easy. Sandy Bay Challenge is pretty easy. The rules are very lax. I started YouTube before VF, long before VF. But I flailed for a good year and a half. VF, in his first year, had a lot of help. Swabman Giants changed game engine. No good mods for a long time. It depends on who tries to mod what when, and how in-depth the sample mod is. Like the problem really is maps, because the day that you can start working on a map for FS19 is the day that FS19 releases, realistically. Scripts mainly. I think Giants learned from their mistakes with FS15 because it took them 6+ months to get the scripting docs out for that. Because FS17, the scripting documentation was out literally before, like the day of the game release, but before the game came out, which is really useful. Basically the earlier information's out there, and there's a sample mod out there, and maybe even a sample mod map. Which if Giants are going to be making major changes to how maps work, which it kind of looks like they might be, that's gonna have to be there. Like, mappers are gonna need to know what's gonna be in the game. They're gonna have information about that at FarmCon, but realistically there needs to be sample mods out there. Reese, I've got bad news for you, sir. I'm afraid this bad news, Reese. Silver quit Ink's farm. For much the for much the same reason as I quit Donetsk. It just, there was so much that he wanted to redo that he would have been as well off restarting the map. It was an exercise in feature creep from like towards the end. What date is E3? It is next week, isn't it? Next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Hey, Oxy. The 12th. The 12th is a number. What day is it? Because I want to do 12th to 14th of June. Again, days, please, guys. Come on. Because I want to open up an E3 room on the Discord so that I can be snarky about everything. Live during all of the press conferences. Except for, I think EA have their press conference when I'm streaming. Which is great because I have zero interest in EA. They can do nasty things to donkeys. They can, Tuesday to Thursday. Yeah, the EA conference, there we go. I can English. Clashes with my stream, which is great because that means I definitely can't watch it. Yeah, Shamrock Valley picks look amazing, Oxy. You're doing a great job. Although, I will say, and this is something that Landy might have said to you already, maybe think about not using reshade in the map promo pictures, because it kind of puts false hope in some people, because they don't know that you're using reshade. Like, I get why you're doing it, you're making the map look as good as it possibly can, and I would totally do the same, but it might put people off the map when they download it on release day, and it's not as good as it looked in the pictures. Because they don't have reshade. Even though they should, they totally should. And that's literally just a, you might want to think about that kind of thing. When roughly will it be released? Roughly when it's done. How long is a piece of string, Reese? Like, honestly, like, that's a map timeline. Is how long do you have? We should, but your computer would explode. Yes. It's kind of a good point for not using reshade. It does have a habit of eating frames per second. But it looks so good. Granted, the fog isn't making reshade look particularly good at the moment, but when the sun comes out and season's lighting starts hitting, then reshade really kind of comes into its own. Which, by the way, is why the thumbnail was taken indoors today. because the fog kind of gets in the way of absolutely everything in Seasons. Reshade U-Linked. Oh, I might try that out. I might keep this one off to one side. This one's pretty good on FPS. This is Sims version of Reshade. And it's okay. It's just sometimes, like, if there's a lot going on and a lot of light effects trying to happen at once, it tends to just take away, 10 or 15 FPS. So we're getting close to doing the corn seeding, at least. Yeah. I genuinely hope Giants bring out a sample mod map for FS19, or some sort of, even if it's a flat map with a dev kit, just so mappers can maybe get started a bit early with planning it at the very minimum, and seeing what needs to be done, what can't be done, what can be done, what you can do in new GE, which hopefully, because it needs it, will have a testing suite for console, so that you can run the basic console tests to see if Giants will reject the console version of your mods, because that's something Giants should have put into GE in the first place. Too warm for work, Ernie. It's been a bank holiday here in Ireland today, so nice bit of laziness for everybody. I say that my dad washed the cars and cleaned them out, so I guess he wasn't being too lazy. And my sister's gone to work, even though she's on night shifts starting tomorrow. By the way, on that note, there won't be any streams tomorrow, Wednesday or Thursday, due to my sister being on night shift. And videos are kind of maybe not. Because I don't have anything prepared. I'll try and record like 1 or 2 tonight, but it's kind of up in the air. I'm from Ireland? Yes. Would it be possible to convert mob maps in FS19? Probably, but it would not be a very good idea unless the mod maps were basically made to full FS17 standards. Like, reconverting something from FS15 or 13 or 11 or 09 is probably a bad idea. 3A feels 20 in grass. Ooh, that's gonna... You know exactly who you're making that map for, Roxy. That's going to be all the silage kids on it. Every silage kid within 3 miles of a PC will be on Shamrock Valley. And FSUK, the multiplayer meeting room on there will be filled with nothing but Shamrock Valley. Anybody want to play some Shamrock Valley? Silage on Shamrock Valley. Grassmen. Silage. Grass. Grasswork. Hey, Matt. Silage kids with Reiki yolks. I need to make the ultimate silage multiplayer game tractor, which is just going to be Grassmen sticker bombed. What wheel do I have? Logitech G27. There won't be any light bars though, because I can't be bothered putting light bars on. Otherwise there'd be just this ridiculous giant stack of light bars on top of light bars. For the ultimate Facebook group tractor. Because they've moved on from taking bad screenshots, because people have learned Photoshop at last. Grasping that strips and AO baked. K2 class 260 461 Steam locomotive. Ooh, Steam, lovely. I'm a big fan of steam trains. There used to be one at the Story Time with Dave, because he doesn't want to go on a rant today. There used to be one at the train station here years ago when I was like 5 or 6, maybe a bit younger. Just kind of on display. It wasn't doing anything. There was like this little hill ramp thing right beside the railway station, and they had a steam train there. For reasons that I can't comprehend, I can only presume that the station was like expanded or something years ago, and the engine was basically discarded on a set of sidings and just left there for years, and then one day it was just gone, which I felt was a real shame, because it was lovely to kind of be down that side of town and go see the steam train, albeit a non-working one. It was, as far as I was aware, not in any sort of working order. That corn planter is making my go mad. What's wrong? What's wrong with the wobble planter, llama? What's wrong with the wobble seeder? Just making sure that it gets the corn in just right by wobbling. It improves accuracy of seed depth by 0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0.0 It's definitely worthwhile. I mean, I wonder how many people tuned in just as I was reeling off that long sequence of knots. It's rocking me to sleep. It's relaxing. Is that a Belarus? No, it's an IHC. It's an old international. 844. So this is, I think, the second to last patch here that we need to do. I got a little bit of headland done here. Why does this tractor jam up when I'm trying to get into 4th gear? Hello, Yorick. It's a Ukraine. It's an everywhere. Seeing as it's international at all. Hello, Yuso. You don't think they should be doing that? It's a design feature. How dare you criticize actual engineers and their design feature that gains like almost no efficiency, but literally some. Caseman07 Farmer, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. I did not spot that immediately, Witchy, thank you. What's funnier is that it failed miserably. That guy came in here with one objective, and he failed. You have no power in your house. Get on the bicycle, Yuso. Get cycling. Come on. Get the generator running. Get the hamsters out. I'm about to go to sleep just by looking at that planter. I'll make things better. There we go. Top quality content. I can't see what I'm doing. There we go. It was a bad idea. You want to play? Play while cycling. Go on. Get going, Yuso. Or at least feed the hamsters, I mean, come on. Get the spuntricity going. You're just outside. Well, that's what you get for cutting the power lines when you're outside, you. So, I mean, you cut the power lines, you're not going to have any power. Shooting your airsoft gun. You might have shot... No joking here, you might have accidentally shot the transformer and blown it. And, yeah. Hello, Brandon. How are you doing today? Willis the Wabbits. Benji, he might have accidentally taken out his own power with the airsoft gun. Because the transformers tend to be pretty... like, they're reinforced to a certain extent, but you can take them out with a power line, with an airsoft gun. It's 2,000 people without power, if that's the case. Well, I hope you're happy with yourself, Yuso. You've just ruined, like, 2,000 dinners. Welcome back, VF. Speaking of ruined dinners. The man who cannot cook. I'm making this up as I go along. You almost hit a deer with it. If you hit the deer with it, you could have had a lovely... is it venison you get from deer? Venison steak? For like months. You can cook. Throwing it in the microwave doesn't count, VF. If that's the standards of cooking, then I am absolutely a cook. Maybe the deer jumped into the power lines. Did a very nice roast yesterday. You know that hitting meat with a blowtorch doesn't count as a roast, right? And burning stuff doesn't instantly turn it into a roast. It's just burnt food. It's not roasted. Well, I think you can properly cook as ham dogs and hot burgers on the grill. Need to learn to English. Ham dogs and hot burgers. What? Need to go back to English class. This is probably the case, yes. Either that or I probably wouldn't need to wear my glasses. One of the both. Ooh, we've got dramatic music. Guys, if you're enjoying the stream, please hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We're just 2 subscribers away from the wonderful, magical, absolutely pointless 8,000 mark. My Englad is bad. It's better than my Finnish, Yuso, because all I know is the swears they use in my summer car. It's not being impugned, it's being pruned. There's a difference. I enjoy how everybody's now just jumping on VF calling him a terrible chef because I made a joke. I'm sure he can cook literally some things that maybe aren't burnt. Get Pedro to teach me English. That would be a terrible idea. Yes, you can say them. Well, of course you can swear, Yuso, in Finnish, because you're Finnish. Leftovers for lunch? That just means it was such a bad dinner you didn't eat it all, dude. It was so bad you just couldn't stomach it. You so stop swearing and censoring yourself and finish. I mean, I thank you for censoring yourself, but please don't. Anything you say, VF, can be turned around against you. Oh, it's all in good fun, though. You did not swear. Well, I'm gonna have to take your word for that, because I literally don't know any Finnish. All I know is it sounds like somebody who's trying to talk underwater, because I've listened to some Finnish people. It sounds like they're talking underwater while chewing ice. It's kind of amazing as a language. That they can get that kind of sound going. It's just, I don't understand. There are too many K's in Finnish. Like, Finnish just has too many of the letter K. You put Hong Kong in Google Translate, it turned to Dutch, and Hong Kong in Dutch is base. Hello, Coco Rummer. Only things you've heard are F1 drivers. I've heard a couple others. Although I have to admit, Kimi Räikkönen is my favourite F1 driver, just because he just doesn't care anymore. He'd never cared in the first place. But he just doesn't care. He'll give one-word answers to really long-winded interview questions that are clearly just begging for this really in-depth, detailed answers. Like, Kimi, do you know why you were so slow today? Was it the car? Was it, you know, was it the mental state you're in? Did something go wrong? What happened? I was not fast. He just gives the weirdest answers to stuff. I sound just like him. Ooh, YouTube did that thing where it suddenly says nobody's watching. That's interesting. That's a lovely little bug. You're mapping it. All you hear is just suddenly Kimi Räikkönen impression. I was not fast. I sound like a talking generator. For some reason, that's the way Kimi Räikkönen sounds. Like, I'm not even kidding. He has the croakiest voice I've ever heard. It's because nobody's watching. Oh, thanks, Fiat. Rude. I will say though, Dutch, as much as we want to make fun of it, which even Tino does, very easy to learn if you know German. Completely remade the beta textures. Again? Or did you remake them into the beta textures you showed me last night, which look awesome, and I forgot to reply to? And actually I did reply, but it was in Chris's stream. You just got the chat window open. I was not fast. Yeah. I don't know why even Kimi talks like that. It's easy to learn German, you're Dutch. Yeah, they're basically the same language. The one in the images last night. Yeah. That looks so much better. Like sometimes you just have to give up on stuff because you can improve. They're the remade ones. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta look at stuff and say, that's not good. Dumped. Back to start. Despite how painful and difficult it might be. I'm thinking about an FS19 for the damn chaff harvester to automatically turn off when no trailer is near. I'd like kind of a rudimentary courseplay kind of thing in game, where you can... I don't know how this would work, because it would be so much work for mappers if they did this. Where you just like tell the tractor to go from the main storage to the train station, and it'll do as many loops as you want, or until all the crap is sold, and then it'll realize, hey, there's not a trailer load here, bringing up like a thing on screen, there's not a trailer load here, do you want to keep selling? 2.2, and this is field 10. Current position, which I'm just going to move to over here-ish. Headland. I'm actually going to give this hilarious amounts of headlands. 10 after the fact. And bypass islands circle. Here you have power. You've started cycling and or fed the hamsters. Well done, Yuso. Right, where's the first point? It's down over here. Again with the weird little circles. Like, this path really confuses courseplay. That's hilarious. Okay, start point should be around here somewhere. I'm looking for a waypoint that has like a little thing hovering above it now. Can anybody see the start? Okay, let's. Can anybody see the start point for courseplay here? Ah, there it is. Yellow Tonic Plays. Watched all my videos since day one. Well, you should have spoken on streams before now, Archie. First waypoint. Drive the course. I forgot to save the course. There we go. Cultivatron 9000, which can go into the field 10 folder. We've got 2 courseplay workers going now. That's good. Turns out, go to second base in Dutch is Gardner her tweede honk. Which, Tino, you can shout at me if I was hilariously wrong there. what I'm going to do while waiting is fields 14 and 15 have one fertilizer stage. If I turn off the needs plowing signs, grass fields are fine, but fields 14 and 15 could do with a bit of work. Sometimes just yeah. I genuinely wish more people would learn that lesson, because I see so many mods out there that, like, the textures that they have, and it's usually textures that they issue. The textures are really bad, but the model underneath is really good. And if they just started the textures again or reworked them, the mod would be twice as good, if, you know, so much better. And so few modders do it, and it annoys me. It might have broke when the spudtricity went out. What broke? I missed that. Couldn't even recognize what I said there. Perfect Dutch. It was double Dutch, as it turns out. Oh god, TNT's here. Run! Hey TNT, how you doing? Just one subscriber away from the magical 8,000 number of meaninglessness. Texturing is hard, yeah, but it is, for the most part, a game of trial and error. And too many modders don't go for the trial bit, they just find the error and release it anyway. Huge thunderstorm just started. We're off where you're at. Ooh, fun. School's out. Oh, 8,000. The modders take images off Google for textures. Combination of both, Glengar. ARM team are particularly notorious for using image textures, which is the way things used to happen. Back in FS13, 11, and part way through 15. Was you'd take an image and just kind of make that fit the model you're using. But more often than not now, you can just find logos online. Just accidentally shouted with a very... How do you accidentally shout in a German accent? Like, how is that a thing that happens? So while we're waiting for the Massey boys to do some work over in field 10 for us, we are gonna get this field fertilized and get field 14 fertilized as well. 8,000 subs. I've been saying for a while that I've got like 8,000. Now I can actually say that I've got 8,000. My German accent literally always sounds angry. This is true. Hang on, I've got to fix the sub goal now. Because now that it's let's just get. There we go. Schmetterling is German for butterfly, yeah. Some goes 7.5k. New sub goal, best sub goal. Perhonen, which I'm presumably after butchering hilariously somehow, is apparently Finnish for butterfly. Or Perhonen. Perhunin. Now, I've got the sub goal set for over 8,000. It's fine. Wonder how many people are going to realize that what the joke is with the new sub goal. Because there is a joke behind it. Can you all unsub now? I'd prefer if you didn't. I'm getting it. Was that my serious guess at pronunciation or one of my joke guesses? Vlinder is Dutch for butterfly. No, that's actually Dutch for window. Open de vlinder. Your parents have been. I hope they're okay, Massey. Hey, we're over 8,000 subs now, officially. Does that mean I gotta change the sub goal again? Or have 2 people sub just so that I didn't get to see the sub number spelling out boy? Hello, Liam. Yes, Dave changed it. Thank you, Benji. Hey, thank you to whoever unsubbed so I could see that happen. You can resub now. The insanity rules make you want to quit video games forever and you haven't even done the challenge. It's actually quite fun. It just forces me... Next sub goal, 8,008. I wonder... I've got to try this. Hang on. Oh no, not again. Can I undo that? Guess who broke the sub goal? Where's my sub goal? Discard those. Discard those two. Fixed. Oh my god, I can set the sub goal to be letters. Ha ha! Brilliant! I have infinitely improved the stream. Hello, Yuha. 8,001 out of 809. Hey, Ruggles. People are unsubbing because I've now changed the sub goal to memes. Literally memes. Am I Finnish? No. I am Irish. Oh, hang on. Now I'm just gonna play with it. People are unsubbing because I'm playing with a sub goal. I'll set an actual sub goal. Because otherwise I get annoyed with myself. There! I fix. Sounded like I was Finnish when I said your name. Because I know a few people. Not see them use. No, I didn't see your yourself. White Church Gaming, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. Congratulations, it's 999! I just noticed the new sub goal actually spells out Boyo. Wait, hey! 8K for about the 5th time today. This is great. Because of the way people troll on YouTube, I can hit a sub goal 17 times per stream. I know some YouTubers see that as a bad thing because it screws with analytics, but I see it as a good thing because it means we can celebrate more. I mean, how many 8K celebrations have we now had? And we get to have it all over again tomorrow because people undoubtedly unsub after the stream. This is brilliant. I say tomorrow, it'll actually be Friday. You'll get the sparkling water and party hats. Where's the party, Massey? I don't have beacons on anything. Hello, Mods Magistrate. Oh, good lord. The mod judge is here. Hello, Mods Magistrate. Modding police have arrived. Where's the Tunt Massey? That's on Sandy Bay. See you, Lama King. We're only on 33 likes. We got 54 people watching. Come on, guys, hit that like button. Like, it means nothing to you whatsoever and is only there for my own personal enjoyment. Spinny round the tractor. There we go. Flash the lights and turn on the hazards. Hazards on. Hang on a second. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on. I just saw something there that was concerning. There's a bit that okay, I'm good now. Does this have a... This is a Corona error. Look at that. Does the same thing happen on the front? Yeah, oh, that's a real shame. And the same thing happens with the lights. I'm not going to stop using this, but that's a real shame. What's the issue? I'll show you by zooming in. Watch what happens when I turn on the hazards. You'll see... I don't know why... Why am I not able to turn on the hazards now? Can you see the white that suddenly appeared where the light is? That means there's, I think, supposed to be another texture loading in, but it hasn't. And the same thing on the front here. That's a real shame. That's... How Giants missed that in testing, I don't know. So now let's get like insane quick playing cards after 30 minutes of gameplay. No. No, that's never happened to me. That's really sad. I love this tractor, but that's a real shame. I must have a look into... have Pedro have a look into that. And see if that can't be repaired. Also, the dirt skin's a bit wonky on this, I've noticed. Can you tell that it has hoods as configs? Because the hood is just perfectly clean. How's my family doing? Pretty good. Stuff like this in the theater. The Fiat error, from what I've been hearing, only happens on PC, which is a bit odd. And by a bit odd, I mean, I wonder, because I haven't tested it myself, I wonder if it might be localized to Landy, and it might be a conflict he has with mods. There are tractor mods on PC that are covered in beacons and grassman stickers. No, thank goodness. Probably saved off wrong. I'd imagine so, yeah. Are there any errors showing up in the log? No. That's a real shame. That's a real oversight. It's not local to Landy. Okay, so it is just a problem on PC then. That's really strange. You fixed it. Can I have your version, please, then, Bengar? I might ask Pedro for his version, because he fixed it as well. It's hot again. I hate this weather. Can't decide if it's going to be hot or nice, reasonable weather. It's an admin chat in Discord. Could you... Because I know how hectic Discord gets a few days ago. Yeah, could you pin it for me? Could you, like, wade through the ridiculousness that is admin chat with all the memes that I throw in there that aren't PG? Am I doing the challenge? What challenge, TNT? The Insanity Challenge? That's what I'm doing right now. Did I leave the... I've left the JCB running. Also, for some reason, the 135 is showing that it's not ploughing. Okay, now it is. Apparently I just looked at the turn. Hello, it's Ben and Arne Dedrug. Pedro's version set up some problems. Ah, okay. Quality gameplay when you fill the speeder and the flows through the roof. Just noticed the chicken and biscuits thing. Yeah, that was the most recent super chat, Farming Man. My money's negative. I am aware of this. Could you imagine if I played a game where all the money had to come from chat, giving like donations and super chats? I would just never have money on that save game. You fill the speeder. I didn't say it, Paran did. For once it wasn't me doing a stupid. Sieglinger. Kuvin, don't give out your Snapchat anywhere, dude. Just a word of advice. Don't give out Snapchats and stuff like that in chat. Because you don't know who's here, you don't know who's watching. I give out pretty strictly locked down social media. Like my Instagram, which I keep ignoring constantly. My Twitter, which is just a feed of, hey, a video's gone up. My Facebook page, which is a group page. Is it a group page or something along those lines? Or a fan page that is literally just, hey, a video's gone up, check out the Twitter feed. Because fun fact, it is just linked to my Twitter, if you didn't realize this already. It's not hard to guess your Snapchat name. Is it by any chance John Smith 7810XX0X? It's hard to guess my Snapchat name because it's actually like partially my real name. Why'd she just throw in the shade immediately? Now Matt's Snapchat is actually I hate tractors. Believe it or not, true fact it is I hate tractors. Michael, not again. No, we're not doing that. Like I said yesterday, trying to guess my real name is creepy. See you, White Church. Enjoy the rest of your day. My Snapchat is Dave the Meme Poster. I mean, you can try that. There might be somebody with that chatnap name. Snapchat name, but it ain't me. By the way, I think the latest meme in the meme room. You do know my real name, actually, Matt. But I don't think it particularly matters. It's kind of an open secret as well, which is kind of hilarious. Most of the mods know my real name. Mainly because I keep putting iRacing stuff into the mod room. You didn't hear that yesterday? Yeah, it is just creepy when people try and guess my name. If I want people to know my name, they'll know it. The last meme I put in the meme room is very true. I know you don't know it from iRacing, you know it from the Slack, where I have my actual real name in there. The same with pretty much everybody else on the Slack, as far as I'm aware. Again, I don't particularly care. Oh, you know it from... I know your real name too. It's Fred Fredrickson. His real name's not actually Matt at all. Biggest farm sim scandal in 6 years ensues. Nobody knows you, you're a secret agent, so you really... Question, how do you get a trailer full of bales out of the top of a scaled tree? Wheel loader and pray. Actually, hit the diff and pray. The chi goes all the way. With the flat to the mat and the party hat. Something about a sway. I can't remember the lyrics. Why do people call themselves by fake names? Because it's fun. Also, quite commonly, we don't want our real names out there. Hit the diff and hop. People having for tea. I have no idea what I'm having for tea. This is the fun day where I just have no idea. Yesterday I made noodles. Today I might have some pasta. Combined with bolognese sauce, so spaghetti bolognese. But I have no idea. I missed a bit. I know I missed a bit over there too. This is not very efficient. Hey Aaron, I'm doing good. You don't understand what tea is. Tea, supper. Food what you eat in the evening times. Main meal of day. Dinner. Eaty majigs. Eaty Eatersons. Nutritional value. Buzzwords. What is food? Why is the wind? Buy a bigger tractor and spreader. Yes, with the minus 303,000 euro I currently have. Isn't dinner lunch somewhere? Yeah, people call it all sorts of different things. So I've been a replica Fendt armrest for farm sim. Wonder if it's possible to integrate a tank model onto the armrest. You could display some farm sim controls on. I would guess so. In fact, CD. I'm just putting this out there because I know Sim uses this for farm sim, but Stream Deck would be perfect for having that in because it's got like a rim around the side so it sits into its own holder quite nicely. So you could, in theory at least, build a little mount into the armrest. And just download the software and bind up controls and stuff. Lightning happened, your PC restarted itself and signed you out of YouTube. Run some diagnostics, Tommy. Usually often when that happens, there is some sort of damage done, because that sounds like a power surge. Well, there's potential from a power surge. So, unless your PC is surge protected, ideally doubly or triple surge protected. Buy a Stream Deck. I mean, it's... You could also use a tablet, but you'd have to use like specific... You might have to make up a program to do it. Whereas a Stream Deck is, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15 controls per screen, with 14 controls and the option for like having a folder per screen. So like you can have folders where you can go forward and back and just have like a master folder or something, a master screen with all the folders on, go forward and back through the different sets of controls you want even. However, everything would have to be bound up to a keyboard at the end of the day, because it doesn't recognize farm sim as, it doesn't integrate with farm sim as such. You just have to use like keyboard shortcuts for stuff. Dave needs the liquid that powers most machines in the world. Coffee? making custom button box, machining the rest of the armrest and adding foam. Yeah, and like a Stream Deck is basically a high-tech button box. It doesn't integrate with FarmSim. You can't bind controls direct to the Stream Deck, but if you have keyboard shortcuts for stuff, then you can use the Stream Deck to type those shortcuts in effectively. Yes, Dave, coffee. Well, I mean, most of the machines in the world now are office worker drones, and they primarily run off coffee, so technically I'm correct. The Thrustmaster. The reason it's called Thrustmaster is because they start off making joysticks. Now they make wheels, and it makes no sense whatsoever. Some of the best wheels are Thrustmaster as well. So, like, you can get this really good wheel, but it's a Thrustmaster. You've added a shed onto Oakfield through G, but snow keeps going in. You've tried putting snow mask in the shed. It's not showing up with green bits for snow mask. David, I don't mean to sound rude here. But because I don't know the answer, you're best off asking that over on FSUK in like one of the help forums or in Giants Discord if you're in there. And hopefully somebody who knows what on earth they're talking about will tell you what's going wrong. I'm not an expert with snow masks. I used to be pretty good with them, pretty handy, but it just... I'm more of a Seasons player now than I am a tweaker. I'm not even using the dev version of Seasons. Like, I'm using the release version. I could use the dev version, which I think has soil compaction now. I don't know. And I'd prefer to say I don't know to questions than to try and give you a bad answer. My favorite food is not frozen pizza, it's chicken curry. I'll have you know. That said, at least your question isn't something that's easily Googleable. Actually, David, try looking at the Seasons documentation on the Realism's website. That might have the answer you're looking for. Bit of a slim chance there, but there is a chance. And if it doesn't, then FSUK, like I said already. This is running low on fuel, with 5.4 hours up on the clock. This is gonna be up near 50 hours by the time I'm done with all the work that this thing has to do. See ya, Michael! I will be finishing up at about 7 o'clock as per usual, by the way, guys. And just a reminder, no stream tomorrow, no stream Wednesday, no stream Thursday. My sister's on night shifts and I want to be nice and considerate and not get all stressed out and all this kind of stuff with her waking up late, so I'm going for the easy option, which is just abandon hope all you who enter trying to stream during those days. And I've got some ideas for stuff that I could do for videos in the future. And what I'll do over the next few days is actually flesh out those ideas a bit and see where I get with them. So it's not going to be me being lazy and doing nothing for 3 days. It's me going to be basically experimenting and for one idea I have, doing a lot of research. You found hair in your hair, what do you do? Unhair the hair! So I'm hoping the lower end of field 10 is done reasonably soon. Because once we are done with the fertilizing, which we very nearly are, the next job is going to be, as the sandwich I had earlier kind of repeats on me slightly, I should not have put the potato salad in with the luncheon roll. Once we get the fertilizing done, we won't have anything to do in theory. In practice, what I want to do is actually check and see if we can cut any grass for the sheep. An old legend says that if you're dreaming, it's because you're sleeping. Another old legend says if you close your eyes and when you open them it's 5 hours later, odds are you've probably fallen asleep. Chinese proverb, true fact. 8K, yes, we hit it about 5 or 6 times today, which is always fun. I love YouTube sometimes. And the unsub trolls who fail miserably. Because it's nice to hit goals once, it's even nicer to hit them multiple times. Always wonder what happens when you fertilize fertilizer. Explosions. Hello, EJ. Gaming. See, the fun is I can just stretch out a word as long as I like. Heard anything about Middle Grove yet? No, I was talking to Landy about this last night. Was it last night? On TeamSpeak, and we legit have no idea what's going on with Meadow Grove at the moment. I'd like to be able to tell you what's going on, but I have no clue. All I know is Nathan wants to get it uploaded soon, but I think real life stuff might be getting in the way there a bit. Yes, thank you for that, Adam. I think real life stuff might be getting in the way a bit with it being exam season and summer and generally a good time to be doing farming stuff. EJ, I think I figured it out. I think it's because you didn't actually... This is going to sound weird, but you'll know what I mean. It might be because you didn't actually pay for the sponsorship. Because it... Like with YouTube doing it for you because it derped. And it seems to do that to my sponsors a lot, annoyingly. I think what happened was because YouTube did it themselves and used the back door for it, it doesn't register as an actual sponsorship. Hello, Pain and Sons. Came out of your account, YouTube just gave you the money. I wonder if it counts as a refunded one. Like, I'm just as confused as you are, EJ. I'm trying to figure this out myself. But because it's a bot that hands out that role, I literally can't do it. Discord, it doesn't let me. Even though it's my server. Anyone know of letting farmers on its way? That map looks amazing. Lewis, are you here? Lewis? Lewis? Hello, Ken. Faster, join the Discord and start tagging Lewis. He won't mind at all. Let's get the world's most adorable potato planter on the go. I hope this actually works, because I've not tested this at all. It shouldn't be, but it might be, I guess. Who's letting by? It's by Lewis. Louis 7810. 7810. Alright, no, I still got it right, even though I missed. 7810 and 7810 is the same number. It's not tiny! It's adorable! It's pretty much useless too, as far as I can tell. I just hope that it's useful enough to be able to seed some potatoes. Because if it's not, I am going to be in a world of hurt for trying to find a mod. He won't hear, he's on Do Not Disturb. Tag him anyway! Also, yes, this bag can magically hold potatoes for some reason. Fort 7810, Lewis 7810. I don't know which one. Hello, Queen. So how's the fieldwork going here? 240 is plodding along. 135 is... Oh, it's over there. When am I doing a meet and greet? The 25th Thursday in Julark. Just found a mod that plants like 20 rows of potatoes at once that costs you £1 at the shop. This planter, by the way, just so that I do a bit of a mod review on it for funsies, costs €560, so it is quite cheap. 3 meters wide. No, it's not. It's 1.5 meters wide. Holds 470 liters of predators and requires 45 horsepower. It seeds, obviously, potatoes. Working speed of 9 kilometers an hour. It costs €10 a day to maintain. And it works! A meet and greet, fan meetup of some description, which I never said that I'd do. Hilariously. I tried to do one at the ploughing last year. I told people I was going, I made a big deal of it, and I spent the entire day wandering around with nobody saying hello. This is actually quite a good planter. Yes, the working speed is hilariously low. Yes, the seed usage is hilariously high because of potatoes. But I'll be honest, it's actually quite... I might actually not sell potatoes. See you, farming man. I've just thought I might actually not sell potatoes ever, because I will tell you for why. If I keep all the potatoes, when I next need to plant potatoes, I can fill the planter with potatoes and save money that way. Just like sheep, I think, are the best animal. Potatoes are actually the most profitable crop, even though they take an age to do anything with. Because you only ever have one input for seeds. You only ever need to seed potatoes once. Ever. After that, you can use the potatoes that you've harvested to plant more potatoes. Therefore, you can make effectively infinite profit from potatoes. Especially if you've got enough cows or BGA or biogas on the go that you've got enough slurry to fully fertilize potatoes. Suddenly, you've got a crop that is 100% free and 100% profits. Other than any costs of like planting new potatoes or using a worker to do anything. But you know, you buy a potato planter once, and you buy a potato harvester once, and suddenly you've got the road to infinite money. Also, I'm far from the best YouTuber. Hello, Brad, and thank you very much, Kian. I think I might have already thanked you, but okay. Potato, 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 spot, 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 Spud. I can't do it from Tipperary. How's Dave today? Spud. You are needed. Letton, Lewis. What is the story? What is the dealio, fam? I'm hip and down with these young kids. Do you know, I think this is the first time I've seen the potato texture properly on this map, and holy crap, it's stunning. Welcome back, Glengar. You say data or data? I kind of alternate. Although it is actually supposed to be pronounced data. That's from the Latin word datum. So a single item of data is actually a datum. And you have multiple data. So you can have one datum, but multiple data. What is my Farvet tractor? My Farvet tractor is a Farvet, and it is a tractor. My favorite tractor is a Massey Ferguson 135, which is... up there, right now. Will I be watching Formula 1 this weekend? Probably not. In fact, almost definitely not, because as far as I'm aware, it conflicts with the streams. Might ask the Frontier team if they're willing. Some of them might be, some of them might not be. It's pretty pointless asking me or Landy, for example, because you know we've been saying about testing stuff. We don't generally do it because we don't generally have time or much interest in testing. Busy. I mean, I guess a secondary point is, when are you planning on having it in testing? Because the Frontier team might legit be busy with Shamrock Valley. Be like next month. Do you know, I've heard, Lewis, that everybody's getting their hair done next month. Could you hold off for like another 6 months after that? See you, Richie. You never tried testing a map? It's basically play the map until you no longer enjoy it. Doing the same thing repeatedly. For example, first thing you should do when testing a map is check that the fields are all workable. I know, is it Gav has a cheativator and a cheaty tractor that he uses, where he's edited them to run at city speeds. Just so that he can test field boundaries and field edges and workability a bit faster. You're kind of looking for any small detail as well with the map. That honestly, like half the details you guys find in testing, I would never have seen. Ever. Like, I can see how testing a map might be fun for some people, but I'm both too OCD and not OCD enough to actually test maps properly. Because if I start doing a field, I pretty much have to finish the field. At some point. Who's the best YouTuber? Not me. I don't think there is. I genuinely don't think there is a best YouTuber. I think there's so much on YouTube now that everybody who has a unique voice, myself included, I do think I've got a kind of a unique voice on YouTube and a unique style of content that I do because I changed it so much. I think everybody's the best at what they do because everybody, for the most part, tries to do something different. And tries to put their own spin on things. There's no one person that is like the absolute best at YouTube. There might have been in the past, and in the past it was Fred, who got his own TV show that got cancelled after like 2 seasons, and got a movie that nobody watched because it was terrible. Got a second movie somehow that also nobody watched because it was also terrible. And then it was PewDiePie who caused the apocalypse. And then it was Logan Paul who caused the second apocalypse. Who are we talking about? Who's the best YouTuber? And I maintain there is none. There is no best YouTuber. Everybody does dumb stuff that will impact on somebody else eventually. I say dumb stuff that I regret. Who made the movie and stuff? Fred. Do you know the guy who recorded himself and then sped up the videos, and he was just this annoying like 5-year-old kid, effectively, or playing an annoying 5-year-old kid even though he was like 20. And I have no idea how he wrote those episodes when he got to like some level of maturity. But he did, and I question his sanity. But everybody on YouTube has their own voice at this point. Like, YouTube is such a big entity that stuff that used to be popular can't be popular anymore. Do I have a farm? Yes, it's called the West Coast. It's also called Sandy Bay. No, I don't. I don't have a farm. Am I a Misha fan? Who the hell is Misha? People are just saying names that I don't know because I watch like 6 YouTubers regularly. Oh, that kid. No, I can't stand him. I appreciate what he's doing. I respect what he's doing. I respect the fact that he's making a lot of money from what he's doing. I don't like what he's doing. I really... His songs annoy me so much. It's like... I'll be honest, it's like, Squirrel. Like, you guys know, I make no secret that I don't enjoy watching Squirrel. Do I respect the way that he presents content? Absolutely. 110%. He presents stuff really well. He gives fair criticism to games that deserve criticism. Do I like the way that he runs the streams? No. Would I run my streams the same way? If I had more people than I knew what to do with watching them? Probably. Daggerwin. Daggerwin I'm very much warming to. I respect I respect what he's doing. I respect that he's changing things up. I'm warming to him because of his streams. I find that it's a lot easier for me to connect with him through his streaming than his videos. I don't mean like talk to him. I mean like literally become interested in the content and have it connect with me. Hopefully we get more news on FS19. E3, Mr. Banana. We will get news during E3. That is all but certain. We'll get a gameplay. Okay, here's my expectations from Farm Sim at E3. Just Farm Sim. I'm not going to go into speculating about Fallout 76, which game devs, please learn to count. I'm not going to go into speculation about AAA games or whatever, or the various press conferences. I'm just going to think of Farm Sim here. What do I expect from Farm Sim at E3? I expect that we will be seeing a gameplay trailer. I expect, because it's already been confirmed, that we will be getting a major brand announcement. Now, whether that's John Deere, Class, or both, we don't know. You know, everybody's been guessing one, the other, or both. It's kind of up in the air, and as kind of weird as it sounds, I don't particularly care which one it is. It's great that there's a new brand coming in. That should be the headline, not which brand it is. Especially for existing players, because the new brands are just to bring in new people, for the most part. I'm hoping, for the console's sake, that it's John Deere. Which I think some people might be shocked that I'm saying I'm hoping for console's sake that it's X or Y. I'm hoping for console players that it's John Deere. Personally, myself, I'm gonna be honest, I'd prefer to see Class. I think Class have more to bring to the table. John Deere! That John Deere tractor over there done did my crops in real good. You don't want John Deere bugging on my sibling on Class. I think for console players, John Deere would be a better option. Because, number one, it would end the constant rumors of John Deere, which can often get really annoying. And number two, it would allow modders, and this is kind of a big one, it would allow modders to put John Deere mods on console. And quite honestly, if you don't want the top modders making John Deere's, because that's one of the things that's holding them back at the moment, is the fact that they can't go on console, and I'll be very honest about that fact. Something not being on console is a major negative to some modders that will prevent them from making something. Being able to put it on console, being able to put a John Deere mod that, let's just say for argument's sake, the ARM team have made on console, that'd be massive for them. A John Deere made by Oxygen David could go on console. A John Deere made by Black Sheep Modding could go on console. That's a major decision factor in some modders' minds. Others just want to make what they see every day, and that's perfectly fine too. But for console players' sakes, I'd like to see John Deere. Whether it's immediate or as a DLC later down the line, which I've heard talks that that's potentially the case. That one will be announced at E3 and the other will be a DLC. Possibly the first DLC, because Giants will want a big brand near the start. Not even over 50 hours in a save game. I've got hundreds of hours in saves. Do I play Rocket League? I haven't played Rocket League in the longest time, Mr. Banana, but I do have it. It is a game that I have. It's quite fun, but I just can't find the interest to play it, to be honest. FS Modding, Gary's, and Agent. I think he started work back up on that recently. But it's been kind of slim pickings news-wise from there. But I've just spotted the time. It is past 7 o'clock. It is time for me to go, guys. I've got a buttload of stuff that I want to do today, and I won't get it all done. I know that for a fact. You know, to both. One of the first DLC would be cool. Yeah, like I think that'll be the most logical way for them to do it, Reese. But I'm gonna leave you by saying I've been RainbowDave. You've been watching Farming Simulator 17's Insanity Challenge. on the West Coast. Hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, hit the like button on the way out, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, stay safe and goodbye.